Welcome everyone, thanks for joining me. Doing another Lost Caverns of Ixalan draft here. Just finished up my Saheeli draft that went 5 and 3 if you keep up with the channel. 4 color deck. Been doing a lot of multicolor decks, 4 or 5 colors. Been doing very well with them. Probably going to do that again here. The strategy's just been really solid. Aggro's been closed. This is how I've been handling it. So let's jump in and see what we can do here. Not the good or fun card I was looking for. Brass Tunnel Grinder. I've played with this once before, off stream, and it was good, and it did flip, and I did start discovering X on the backside, so it is a very fun card. It can get going if you have any of the Sun's Creator Discover Red cards. It really does pop off in a very good way. It's probably the most fun card in this pack, but I think you could take the Ire, Ptolemy, or even the Guidewing are arguably all just better cards, right? Even Jade Stones could be better. Even Wanderglyph would be better, right? If I want to take a red card, but I'm just going to take the fun card here. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, right? Into not a very exciting pack. I don't like Get Lost. I think the 2 map tokens you give is too much and limited. I do like the Brontodon though, even though it's double green. Whirlpool's fine. Bricks is fine. It's not my favorite. It's fine though. Cloud Guard's maybe just better, or Whirlpool if you want to go white. Brontodon and Axtra are just both very good. Brontodon works a little bit better with the Tunnel Grinder because when you do sack it to kill an artifact, it does technically trigger Descend. I think you could make an argument to take the Guard or the Axtra, but just 3 mana, 3/4 is pretty good that can kill an artifact or enchantment later. Tunnel Grinder isn't something I necessarily want to build my entire deck around, but Join the Dead's here. Militia. Okay. This pack's pretty bad. I think Guidewing might be the best card in the pack, but we just passed like pretty good white. So Join the Dead is maybe a little bit more tempting. There's also a blowgun here. Probably a wheel. I'll pick it up on the wheel. I don't mind Join the Dead. I think Guidewing is a better card than Join the Dead, which is saying a lot for a 1 mana 1/1 flyer. I think I don't mind it dying for the Tunnel Grinder, so I'm going to take it, but weird pack. Another Get Lost. Raider. It's an easy Raptor though, right? If I want to play red, that's the best red card out of the pack. I don't want to play Get Lost, even if I want to lean into white instead. So, yeah, these packs are a little bit weak, but Raptor's good. Ooh. I do like me a Sunburn. Good white here. Axtra's great. Definitely a strong white signal. I like seeing that, but I think I like the Axtra a little bit more. Maybe the Sunbird standard will wheel. If we're really lucky, a white card wheels, right? It's possible the standard wheels, 2 cards back from the pack, it's possible standard's one of them. I'm going to take the Axtra. Decent start. White's looking open, so we could pivot into white, but with all the white we passed, I'm not sure pack 2 will come together. Okay, well, what are people thinking here? Sunborn, pick 6, pack 1 should never be a thing. I can't believe 5 other people saw that card and said, no, thank you. I'm not willing to jump into that. I don't even know what my table is thinking at the moment. It's just really good, so I'm going to take it. I guess we could be red-white, splashing green. It makes Brontodon a little awkward, but Discover 3 is nice, and it's one of my favorite 4-drops in the format, so it's good thing we're open to my 3 to 5 color plans. Ooh, another Axtra, Kincaller, but the rose is really good if we're going to go into white, right? It's one of the better 2-drops for Sunborn. You could take the rose. I'm going to take the Kincaller because I think 3 drops with the Discover 3 loading up on 3 drops isn't terrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. And I'm definitely willing to take more 3 drops than lower cards just for the Discover 3 to be a better hit, or more likely to be a better hit. I do find this card a little awkward when you're playing a lot of 1 drops or 2 drops, so. Final Strike's great. Okay, I mean, Naya. Straight out Naya at this point, right? I don't know. I don't know how you say no to Sunborn. 5 people, pack 1, weren't willing to jump into it. I don't know what they're playing, but okay. Good start. Our red's probably our weakest, right? Tunnel Grinder's not that exciting. And then I just have a Raptor and the Sunborn after it. It's possible we end up in like white-green with red being the splash. I don't know. White does seem a little bit open though. But I'm also passing a lot of good white, even though I'm taking a good white card, so could be awkward next pack. Lantern's pretty good on flyers. But I'd rather just take a Promising Vein or a Spider, maybe even. It's got to be the Vein. There's a lot of black cards here, but not surprised. The Vein does trigger Descend for the Grinder, so, and fixes our mana. 1 or 2 Promising Veins have been fine. Wow. I'm going to take the Whirlpool over the land, but surprised that all of that's still there for white. Whirlpool's been really impressive. A lot of times you're casting it for 3 mana, and the Exile's relevant, right? So, a lot of good targets. A little awkward with Discover, but it's not too bad. Nothing in this pack for us. We could take Discovery here. Probably like it more than the Slumber. If we get a lot of Discover, it's playable. Otherwise, it's not. Really want one of those Sun's Creators. Yeah, 4 mana, 3/3 in red. That's uncommon. Double Discover. That would be nice in this deck. Surprised to see Raider still here. If we're descending, the Capybara is pretty good, but I think I want the Blowgun. It's just so strong. And if we're attacking, the Death Touch is really relevant. Like, if I can put Death Touch on my Sunborn. Our Mana Rock didn't wheel. All white cards, though. Just take a Promising Vein, but yeah. Sunbird Standard wasn't there. This is not a bad top-end green card if you need to have one. Alright. Come on. Boo. This pack's kind of garbage. I'm not taking Amalia. It's not worth splashing for at all. Dusk Rose is fine, but I don't have a lot of sack stuff. Battle Glyph is okay. It's not amazing. Pirate's okay. Aid is fine, but I don't like first picking them. We could take another Guidewing even, but I don't have enough white to make Guidewing work. If we're lucky, a red card will wheel, or the Staggering Size might wheel. I'm going to take the Battle Glyph because it's uncommon over the Guidewing. Just because we only have one other white card, right? But that pack was not a good open into Collapse, which is not good for us either. Luckily, we have good alternatives with Rock Slide and Stomper. Even the Surveyor up here is very nice. I think Rock Slide over the other two. But I doubt we'll wheel anything important out of this pack. Rock Slide it has to be, though. Well, this is a pretty good pick. Another Rock Slide, Colossodactyl, or the Scout. I think I want to take a creature, so it's either going to be Colossodactyl or Scout over this Rock Slide. I mean, we don't have early plays. Scout is perfect, but Colossodactyl has Trample, and we already have the Blowgun. Need the early play, though. Let's go for Greed. Let's go for the Greed. I'm going to take the Trample. That's a greedy take. The safe take was the scout for sure. I'm going to take the greed. I think trample blowgun is just too strong not to lean into. It's just such an impressive 4-drop. I hope I don't regret that. And for light on 1-drops later, we can all remember the time I took the Clostactyl over the scout. You guys can comment about that. For lucky, one of those red cards maybe wheel, but I doubt it. I have noticed white has been pretty closed this pack though, and then we get a bat colony here. I do have caves. It's more of a wheel card, right? If it happens, it happens. I'm not going to actively search for it, but if it falls in my lap, I'll take it. I probably want the favor over bat colony. It's close though. It's closer than you would think. It's not very good with Discover though, right? So let's just take the favor to lean into Discover. Hope we get a Sun's Creator. Higher upside there. Another King Caller is fine. Over splashing for Tower. Could also take Idol. I don't think we need it though. Probably just rather have a Kin Caller. Good options. We're going to take the 2-drop Wanderglyph. It triggers the tunnel really well. It's a good 2-drop. I need a 2-drop. Good blue 2-drops here, speaking of early plays, but Wanderglyph is fantastic. Nothing. Pass. I guess the sky is playable. None of this other stuff is. It's a fine battle trick / equipment. Monument's pretty good in the deck, giving us more colors. If we get more caves, it's even more impressive. And if Bat Colony comes back around, it could be even better. We could just take the boulder to be safe, but I think I like taking the monument, seeing where the caves go. What is a pick 9 Storm Wheeling? I don't think blue's that open, but I'm not sure why this would wheel. This is a wheel. This is my original pack. I'm going to take it. Blue, red wheeling, though. I don't know what to make of that. Seriously considering taking the Tithing Blade here. Or the Black Cave, but I think I should just take the Scout now that Captain Storm wheeled. Helping Hand's very good in our deck. We have a lot of good 3-drops. Stomper Wheeling's fantastic. I think that was the only green card in that pack. So, green, blue, and red could be more open now, and green's closing up. I don't know. White's closing up, green's closing up. Stomper Wheeling and it being the only green card in that pack is a little bit weird. Helping Hand Wheeling's a little bit weird. Maybe people are just making odd picks. It's very hard to read this table. Remember, your ranking doesn't pair off your table. Staggering Size Wheeling's fine. I was hoping for a different card, but it's fine. Come on, show me the goods. Not a god, but Hammerskull is fun. It's a dinosaur. We already have dinosaurs, and I have not gotten to play with this card yet. So, 3 mana 6/6. We have other dinosaurs. Forget about the stun counter. 3 mana 6/6, right? Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic rare. What does that mean for our deck? Helping Hand just got a lot stronger, and Breeches. We don't have pirates at the moment. We do have 1 pirate in the sideboard. You don't need other pirates for this to be good. It's just a very good card. I'm going to take Breeches. That might change things though, right? Perhaps I should consider blue a little stronger. I'm going to be on the lookout for pirates, maybe cutting our top end a little bit more. Okay. Belligerent is a very good card. Time to get serious. I need to think about this. I need 2 drops. There's Tendril here. There's Guidewing in white. If we brought in blue, we get another pirate for Breeches. It would mean we'd have to cut back some white and maybe not even play white and go into Teamer. Is that better? It's possible it's better. Let's take the Belligerent. Dreadmaw is just very good. It's better than my other top end I currently have. It's an upgrade. Need some early plays, preferably pirates. That's a clutch frog. Pick 5 frog, let's go. That cleans up our mana base quite a lot. In fact, we could end up just being red, green base, splashing blue, splashing white at this point. I'm okay with that. It's a 2-color base. Makes the guide wing really awkward. And I probably would just prefer Teamer, right, to curve out into Breeches. Cutzel complicates that, though. Oh, Cutzel really complicates that, doesn't it? We have quite a few ways to pump up our creatures and get in for card advantage. Our 2-drop slot's still a nightmare. What if we just cut the blue? Is that cleaner? Maybe we should just take a white 2-drop. I'm going to take the Signpost. I don't know. Okay, cards all around. I'm going to take a Cave here for fixing. Captivating Cave is probably better than Pits. Yeah, the Pit of Offerings. Captivating Cave is better. It's not a creature, but Over the Edge is a good green card if green's going to be our base. And it's an early interaction thing. We don't need more top end. Oh, Scallywag Muling's great. That's a 2-drop pirate. It's just what we needed. Now we can really lean into Breeches if we want. Strike is pretty good. I'd like that over the tower, over the cave. Yeah, Strike's fine. Okay. Our white is awkward. Tendril Wheeling's fantastic. That's another 2-drop for us. This came together. Good. Puzzle Door is playable now that we have Captain Storm. If we want to go into Teamer base, it's actually a pretty good 1-drop for us. I'm going to take it in case we play Teamer base. All these are fine. Nothing's exciting though. Don't need a second Puzzle Door, but I'll take it. And a Veer. Okay. Well, I think at the very least we're green-red base, splashing blue, splashing white, or we could just cut a color and go into a 3-color deck of our choice. I don't know if our white or our blue is better at this point. I think Breeches is very strong and obviously wants Teamer. You know, and it could just be cleaner, or we just cut all of the blue and we play white. It gives us more recursion and more power that way. White has Whirlpool. Blue has Captain Storm. White has the Guidewing. Blue has the Belligerent. White has more early plays. Blue has more value. If we cut the blue, does the deck look good? I think it's okay. It's missing some early plays, though. To me, this feels lacking in the 1 and 2 slot. You know? It's okay, but it's not great. The white cards are going to be hard to cast on turn 1. Might be safer just to go with turn 2 and turn 4 plays and lean into the pirates. Teamer-based splashing white could be a thing. You want to bring in maybe another blue 2-drop, but it's so weak. Don't really want to be running Scout. It's not bad, but do I want to run it? Probably not. We could just splash our strongest cards and call it good. Do an equal splash for blue and white. We'd have to cut the Guidewing. Helping Hand could stay because we have so many good 3-drops to get back, right? I mean, getting Breeches back is insane. We'd cut some top end, and this would be what it would look like. I think that's fair. I think that's a lot better, actually. And I'd favor blue because I'd want blue to come down earlier. And white would just be the lighter splash at this point for Whirlpool, Sunborn, and Cut Soul. And Helping Hand, of course. We have too many 3-drops. Start cutting those down before we figure out our mana base. We could cut down some top end like the Axe Draw, maybe. Veterans can maybe go. Belligerent wants a lower curve, you know? Although, I don't know. Axe Draw does help our Hammerskull. We could bring in some tricks, maybe. I feel like double strike and battle glyph is not very good, and maybe even favor is not amazing here. Although I think favor is better than the other tricks, even though it's not necessarily a trick. If Whirlpool gets cut, is that better? I kind of don't like this glyph. I don't know if I like Striker glyph better. Maybe 1 and 1. Have one of each. Too many 3-drops still. I think a Kin Collar can maybe go. Tunnel Grinder seems like a cut. It's fun, but it seems like the easiest cut at this point. Like, I don't need it to win. We have a lot of other value. 15 creatures. One more cut. Could just cut a land. Wonder if I should bring back an Axe Draw and cut a Kin Collar and just get one more 4-drop in there. One more top end. Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe it was wrong cutting the strike and the Stomper. Maybe we want to be more top end heavy. I don't know. No, there's not room for the Stomper. Our intuition was right. Strike and Kin Collar, maybe. Because there's not really room for the strike, and then I cut a land, run 16. It's a decent curve. Good creature count. If we cut the Tunneler, we don't need both Promising Veins. We could run 2 plains, 2 islands, 5/5. That would give us 7 of our main. Actually, we wouldn't even need the Forgotten Monument, would we? Yeah, we can fix up this mana base even better. A little tighter. 1 Promising Veins plenty. We don't need the Monument. Cave counts as 6 for both of our mains. So we have 7 forests, 7 mountains, Poison Dart Frog. 2, 3, 4, 5, including Poison Dart Frog for our splashes. 7 to 8 for our main if you include the frog. I mean, looks good. Strong deck. I think it'll win. Like I said, you know, this is just how my drafts have been going, right? Just been drafting 4 and 5 color decks, and they usually win at least 4 games. So let's hop into round 1. I mean, how do you say no to Breeches? Look at that curve out. Use Promising Vein to get blue if we need to. Might want to get green though. Just forget Captain Storm, but Scallywag into Breeches. No matter what color we draw is well worth a keep, right? I want to hold off on the Vein to see what land colors we'd naturally draw, to see what we need to fix for. Obviously, blue's a lot less likely to be drawn. Now we have white as well, so we have 2 splash cards in our hand. More important to get green on the board in this situation, I think. But I think patience is going to be important to see what colors we draw into. Another red is fine. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to curve out with Scallywag. And Promising Vein can trigger a treasure, which will help us cast our splashes as well for what that's worth. Don't remove our scallywag. Breeches will also start making treasure. Okay. No blocks. Oh, cave helps. Now we have all our colors, right? Let's just cast Breeches. I'm gonna make a treasure here, I think. I don't care if they trade. Huh. I can't remember whether... I know Death Touch works, but I can't remember if First Strike works, right? They're gonna be fighting each other. I can't remember if First Strike works or not. Don't yell at me too hard when this goes south. But I'm going to have Breeches get the 1/1 counter and fight the Death Toucher. I can't remember if this works. It doesn't. Okay. Well. Oops. At least we got our treasure back. I always think it's really weird that First Strike doesn't work when they fight, but Death Touch does. I'll remember that in the future. Oh well. These things happen. Our hand's still great. I'm going to keep moving forward. Never rage quit when something like that happens. And we also have Helping Hand somewhere in the deck. So there's always a chance we can get that back. So it's not the end of the world. I think favoring here is pretty good. In fact, I think I'd like to favor over anything else. Although we could play out Captain Storm or Sunborn. Roll the dice, hit in for at least 3, maybe 1. 3/3 looks really good on this board. Let's do that. High roll. The game took pity on us. Let's get Breeches back. Sweet. That was maybe the perfect hit. Thank you, Arena, for realizing I made a mistake and fixing it. Treasure token. For sure. Now I'm not sure we can lose, right? In fact, I might want to even cast out Captain Storm off the treasure to get another pirate on the board. Let's go, right? I mean, 3 pirates attacking, 3 triggers. It's a very, very impressive board right now. They're playing black-red, though. I assume they have removal. And, I assume they're going to have to use it on Breeches. I'm not going to block. Well, that's fantastic. That does nothing. Alright, 1 turn where we're attacking with all our pirates. And I think we just go for it, right? Get all our triggers and then see what we do. No reason to stay back. We can always put down blockers. And nothing can be blocked because they didn't leave anything back. This is disgusting. Hi, Breeches. Ooh, and we get a counter. We'll spread out our risk. Land's good. We needed a land for this turn anyway. Let's just put out Sunborn instead of doing a double spell here. It's just such a strong card. That's a good blocker. What a board! And this is why you play 4 colors, is you get this. Whatever this is. Absolutely impossible for just a run-of-the-mill black-red deck to deal with. Even with me making a mistake. 2 for 1-ing myself. It's still just disgusting. Oh, you can't kill Storm. You have to kill Breeches. If you have removal, my friend, it must be Breeches. There's no decision here. The Sunborn's still going to kill you, but you have to kill Breeches. It's a must. There it is. That's fine. Getting punished for putting the 1/1 counter on Captain Storm instead of Breeches, but yeah. Alright. It's good. let's play it safe and just attack with Sunborn and Scallywag. I'm gonna tap these two. Glyph is fine. Let's put it on Scallywag. We have the strike that we're holding open. But no matter how they block, I don't think they can really kill everything the way that they would hope. And they have to block, or else they just die, so. Imagine we're going to get them pretty good here and pretty much wipe their board. Okay. That's it. Okay. One off lethal. Feels bad. But that's where we're at. Let's do Raptor. Say good luck. Board wipe would be bad, but it would at least wipe both of us. We have too many threats on the board. They have to drop 2 creatures or board wipe here. I guess the lifelink helps a little bit, but yeah, lifelink's annoying, isn't it? Hold on. They're at 4. Yeah, it's not lethal anymore. That's annoying. Pump up Sunborn to 6/6. Swing in, they have to block. Block. We can swing in with everything that's 4 power. Yeah. Seems right. Let's do that. In fact, even Captain Storm's safe, right? I mean, we can play it slower, though. Yeah, no reason to. We'll tap the glyph and the treasure. Cast that. I'm going to discard my land. Actually, Poison Dart Frog's an interesting hit. If I keep my land, I can activate the Death Touch on the frog. That's probably safest. Do I really want to keep my land, though? Nah. Let's keep it. It's safer. That was... Frog's okay, but that was awkward. I was about to say, I think that's potentially lethal if they don't block correctly here. It's a weird way to block. Wouldn't you block with the lifelinker on the 4/4 trample to prevent more damage? Switch the Gnar with the Scallywag? And the Raptor? Okay. It's not good enough. I'm going to keep my defensive card here over my Romager. In case they drop an insane flyer or something, Death Touch is just really important. Don't think there's too much they could have here. Join the Dead does not quite hit the Sunborn, I don't think. Well, actually it does, doesn't it? -10. Our grave looks insane. That's good. Buy him one more turn. Let's go get our blue source and thin out our deck here. It's decent. I'm just gonna attack with the Sunborn. I could chip in for one with the Frog, but I'd rather tap it. There's Belligerent. Game 3 though. Yep. This game's over. I guess they could still have a board wipe. Maybe I should have put King Color in my hand in case. That was probably a mistake. King Color should have stayed in my hand instead of casting it. Good game. Yeah. Sack Frog. Okay. Suppose if we kept the Glyph over Frog, we would have won that turn, but yeah. Frog felt safer. And we keep winning with my multicolor piles. I mean, it's okay. We have the splash color we need. Really slow though. Needs a green off the top. We do have quite a few ways to get green. I'm gonna keep it, I think. Could be awkward though. This is very borderline. I'm keeping it because of Cutzel axe draw combo and helping hand, but it's just slow. And we're on the draw. Any color land would be great, really. But it's just awkward. They're going fast, okay. Frog would be good if we had a forest. This is how it goes sometimes, though. Risky keep. The good news is, if we brick again, I can discard a 3-drop, bring it back with Helping Hand, and then we have all our colors with Poison Dart Frog, so there's hope. This is not lost. Or we just draw green naturally the way we should by turn 3. Turn 3 is the magic number. You know, when I'm playing these decks, it is not coincidence that turn 3 is the number that I get my main colors on turn. That is a mathematical calculation that I do, and when I keep hands like this, I already know the probability that by turn 3 I will get my main color like green. So, I mean, never didn't have it, but at the same time, bricked, I had a backup plan of sorts. We are kind of losing, though, at the moment to the Flyers. Dart Frog's probably going to have to do some overtime. Yeah, they just have a flying deck. That's helpful. Let's attack in. If they don't block, we'll kill something, we'll draw a card, hopefully it's land, and then we'll be able to do something else with this turn. But I do need to draw a card, and it does need to be land, and we're going to kill a flyer, and I'm going to kill their Siren because it's their ramp and a flyer that deals 2. Come on, land. Let's go. Land off the top. High odds. Did it. Alright, and that's even a good one. I'm just going to glyph now. And get rid of their 2/2 flyer, and now they're only doing 2 damage to us, and I think that we're in a good spot to turn the corner here. Tight game. That was... Needle's not good. Could have been worse, though. Axe draw's okay. Gosh, another flyer. Okay. Frog Helping Hand combo to get rid of the 2 remaining flyers seems real. And in fact, maybe I need to do that this turn. We could just rock slide a flyer, though. Feels bad rock sliding a 1/1. I'm going to axe draw first and hopefully get some card advantage online. Didn't get the 1/1 counter. I was hoping for the 1/1 counter to combo with Cutzel, but... Okay. So, next turn it has to be Frog or Rock Slide a flyer, or else I'm just going to lose. That's a good sign. It means they didn't have anything better to play this turn. I'm glad they whiffed. Okay. Is Frog into Death Touch, into Helping Hand better, or Rock Sliding? I guess I'm going to start with attacks. Frog. I think it has to be Frog. And then Rock Slide. And then if they whiff on the 1/1 counter, the Frog can trade without Death Touch. And that seems reasonable. And in fact, I think I should just Rock Slide the lifelinker. But maybe we just hold off one more turn. Risky. Death Touch, though, this turn guaranteed seems good. Punished. Punished. Ultra punished. Okay. It's okay. I mean, really blew up our plan, didn't it? Now we have to Rock Slide and Helping Hand this turn. I think I do need to keep attacking to keep pressure up, but we're not drawing cards because we whiffed on Explore. Wow, took it all. Okay. Our Frog comes in tapped. It can't be helped. Rock Slide, Lifelink to slow down the clock. I mean, eventually they have to stay back and block. We have them at 7. They can't just afford to keep attacking in. I mean, their flyer does have vigilance, but... Close game. I think our deck's stronger. And luckily their Explorer keeps whiffing. Mural, that's not a surprise. Well, I have 6 turns to find an answer. I think we need to ignore the flyers, stay back, Kin Caller, gain 3, play out Belligerent, tapping my Frog, which lets them get one more attack in. But the Belligerent can draw us out of this. I think offering the axe draw for their 4/4 here is reasonable. Just keeping pressure up is fine. Yeah, it's got to be Belligerent this turn. It's the only way we get out of this. We'll see. No reason to keep my land back. Guess Wanderglyph would be a reason, but it's not crewable as a 2/2. You finally hit. Imagine they're gonna craft their mural. Awkward. Did they not have an artifact in their grave? Well, that's not too bad. Yeah. That's good for us. That's very good. Okay. Okay. Well, if we put the counters on the Belligerent, it'll trigger Cutzel. It makes our card casting a little bit weaker this turn, right? But it gives them no good blocks. I mean, they're going to have to lose their board if they want to do this. Nearly lose their board. I think this is right. It's most profitable for them to chump. Staggering size on top is amazing here. This is going to be a huge blowout. They don't know it's staggering size. I do. They see no cards in hand. They think there's no possibility for a blowout. This is huge. Staggering size might be the best card to see on top of our library right now. Absolutely massive blowout. And now they can only make 1/4/4 every turn. There's no way they can block this Belligerent profitably from the rest of the game. In fact, they're dead next turn. Potential's great. Let's do it. Let's use the treasure so that if we get a different color next, we can cast it still. Like Captain Storm. Yep. Did that perfectly. Wonderglyph on top. Yeah. Let's go. Staggering size on top was maybe the one card to save us there. That was amazing. Sometimes the top deck needs to be lucky, and that was definitely lucky. I don't blame them for triple blocking there. I would have too. No cards in hand, right? You can't assume the top is going to be a battle trick. Huge blowout. It was fun. 2-0. Perfect hand. All our colors. Let's go. Just missing white, which is a splash. We have everything else. And a perfect curve out at that. Again, we're on the draw, but this is life. Raptor's gonna be good. And they're on a mulligan. Okay. Frog's great too. Look at that. Might lead on Scallywag though. Oh gosh. They're on the play and they have a turn 2 Inti. I'm gonna get soloed by this. That's so stupid. Okay. I guess we could frog this turn, rock slide next turn. Feels bad, but at least we have an answer. As long as they don't kill our frog. If they kill our frog, then Raptor has to trade. On the play, turn 2 Inti. GG. Yep. Okay, they just got all their value back from them mulligan. So. Good news is they're tapped out and we can kill the Inti. And that's what we're going to do. But it's going to take up our whole turn and then we can't even block the 3-1. We're going to go down to 14 life to start the game. It's better just to put out the Raptor. No. We need to take away their value engine. What a busto card. I hate being on the draw. I think if we're on the play, this game is completely different. But as it is, we're down to 14 and now they have a Sunborn. Stop. OP. If we glyph with our Raptor, we lose our Raptor. Is that worth it, shutting off their Sunborn? We could roll with the Scallywag. We could Scallywag over the edge Scallywag and hope we hit. If we hit double, if the top card is not land, this becomes a 5-5 and we win out. Really risky, high upside. Let's do it. Ah! Cutzel, you just need to be in front of that forest. That's now just a trade. It's good enough. At least it wasn't double whiff. Think how different this game is if we have a 5-5 landing Cutzel next turn. 5-5 on the board with no one counters. Cutzel 5-5 attacking in. GG. This forest is the death of us. That was high risk. Okay. So close to stabilizing, despite not rolling well there. Double casting here is just really good. We still have the blowgun to alter any creature into making Cutzel a real threat for value. What is this? Whirlpool? Pup. I think I want to turn flanker? No. Pup for no value. Real interesting. Okay. I mean, we don't have good blocks. I'll give them that. Jeez. Now we have to trade. Okay. I mean, it's a top deck battle. I'm at 8, they're at 22. If they miss on their top decks here, we have a real chance of coming back. But we're going to have to make some trades because we're at 8. And that's just because we're on the draw, right? Being on the play, this game's so different. Jeez. A little salty. And they didn't miss, so now we're behind again. I don't know, maybe I could have played this different. Maybe like Raptor into Glyph instead of Rock Slide on turn 4, but even then they still have their own Rock Slide. I think everything trades out in the end anyway. Maybe I get hit for like 3 or 4 less, but that's it. Frustrating. I am going to crack this Promising Vein to get white, thin out our deck a little. Need a good hit. That's definitely not it. Okay. That's the breaks sometimes. Even with us thinning out our deck, we're still just topping land. Insane draw by our opponent. Yeah, that's GG. That's also just an insane hit. Too late. Because even if we block here, right? Doesn't matter. I could block the roaming thing, but then kill their deconstruction hammer. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. With them drawing the Iron Paw, there's no way for me to win this anyway. What a silly game. Good draw. Good beats. What can you do? 2-1. Great start hand. Can't complain except for the fact that we're on the draw again. I can complain about that. I don't know why the computer doesn't put me on the play. Like, I don't know if you have a good win rate. Does it automatically put you on the draw more often? I don't know. Seems like it. We're gonna have a turn 3 Sunborn though. Feels pretty good. I'm going to curve out into 4-drop, if given the opportunity here. Both are good, though. 4 looks good here. And go. If they attack in, we'll know they have a trick. Still might be worth blocking, though. We can play our 2-drop and hold up in the strike, which is pretty good. No, we can't, because the frog will be tapped. Tunnel Grinder. Look at that arena. Should absolutely discard here, so I can draw a card. It should be permanent. There you go. Oh, 2. Discarding the bat. Are we serious? Those are very good cards you just discarded, my friend. That's terrifying. It's a good draw. Well, I think I should attack in without the discover value. Holding open trick if they double block. But maybe just the Brontodon developing out the board's better here. Yeah, that's fine. Let's be patient. There's no need to rush in. We could also just attack for value, but I just don't think that's right. What could they do? I mean, I guess they could have a glyph to wipe our board. That would be pretty bad. But even if we discover here, that's not any better. Next turn we can do Raptor plus Strike plus Discover. Glad we waited. Although, unfortunately, Strike's going to have to be used against Allosaurus, so hopefully they just make the logical block. Oh! Oh. Boo. Oh, that's good. Never mind. No Discover value, but, I mean, kill the Allosaurus, smack in. I guess we could just kill the Allosaur, though. See how they block. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna kill the Allosaur anyway. Was hoping to maybe get an extra card off of it, but they found the block. One cart's not that good. I think we're still winning here. 6/6 very big on this board. They could double block it. Oh, now they can't. Okay. So they could double block it, but the Brontodon could sack and kill the minecart and ruin the double block, but now they can't even do that. They just have very bad blocks here. I'm gonna swing in for 7. No reason to hold back. I mean, I guess we could swing in for more if we wanted, but no, just do 7 now. Leave back defenders. Does it change things? Oh. Well, they could have killed our Hammerskull with everything on their board there, but they decided not to. That was interesting. I don't know what I think about that play. Wasn't the creature I would pick. Interesting. Okay. They can descend here by discovering with their land, and they should. They did not. Huh. Okay. Interesting choice. I think we still have the same good attack with our 7/7. Oh, I see. They're going to make a 1/1. They should have discovered. It's better than this 1/1 that they're about to get. And yeah, they can block the 7/7 with it, chump, but that was not the best use of their turn here. Pass. We have so many good draws at this point. See what they get. Schooner on the splash. It's a good card. Again, it's not adding to the board though. They will get the Tunneler to activate. Now, if that is going to become a land, I will sacrifice my Brontodon to make sure they don't get that land value. So, one turn away from... Oh, that's just game. Putting this on my 7/7, making it 8/8 trample death touch is like impossible to block, right? Or should I spread out my threats? Nah, let's just make one really amazing thing here. Go for it. It's a 2-turn clock. Pirate's good. Yep. Really nice. No blocks, wow. Okay. Good luck. I'm going to hold open my Brontodon for if their Tunneler gets 3. I can move the blowgun over, I think. Make our Raptor a better blocker against the Schooner. It's game. Definitely game. Yep. Alright. GG. 3-1. I'm telling you, man, these multicolor decks is where it is at. If you're not going aggro, I've been finding it pretty easy to throw together some pretty good splashy fun decks with some good cross synergies. Just being able to take those strong cards late in pack 3 as they get past you just takes your deck to a whole new level. As long as you prepare for it, and I'm going to keep this, do all the groundwork before pack 3 and even in pack 3. I mean, it's pretty hard to outdo the power of something that you just stay that open to. You will get past some really amazing cards because the power level of the set's pretty high, so anticipating those passes, taking advantage of it, I think it just leads to a very consistently good deck. So the real challenge just becomes making your mana consistent, and I think, as you can see, it's not too hard to do that. We've done it pretty well so far. This bats is killing me. Don't take my frog. Don't take my frog. Anything but the frog. They're smart. Well, I don't know how to kill that bat to get my frog back, and they just kind of ruined my curve. And my splash. We're gonna get sold by that bat. Crap. Such a good hand with that frog in hand. Without the frog, this hand's much worse. It's still not bad, but it's much worse. Ugh. I'd feel pretty good if I was slamming a Colossodactyl right now. We could trade off. I think I do need to apply some ground pressure, right? But then we can't double block the Stalker. Does that matter? No. Turn 2 bats. If we don't draw a land for Colossodactyl, we just lose. I need to be able to put Colossodactyl on the board to block their threats. Milling a Rock Slide is good to see. Very good to see. Okay. Come on. Any color land there. Any land. Not hitting the 4th really hurts. Okay. I think I'm still just going to go in pressure. Gives them free loot, free attacks, but I guess we're in a race at this point. Until I get Colossodactyl on the board, there's no way I can block profitably in a good way. Just gonna lose to the flyers if I stay back. Need that 4th land. What is this? Oh, it's fine. Well, if they hit on that map and make their deep cavern bats a 2/2 lifelink flying creature. Oh good, they didn't activate. Let's say we're pretty much dead. Yep. 1 turn late on the land. I'm gonna take 5 from the Triceratops. Be able to block the flying. Now we can stay back and try to defend just a touch. Still very far behind. If we can unload our hand, we will stabilize this game and it'll be fine. But that Clossdactyl needs to stick. No removal here. They don't have double black, so Join the Dead is not there yet. It would have to be another rock slide. Okay. A braid. If they attack in, they have a braid. I'm going to trade my Clossdactyl for a braid, get back a frog. Get rid of the lifelinker. Is that worth it? Probably. Huh. Tough game. Ah, come on. That's game right there. I can't recover from that. Bitter Triumph. Good deck. Good beats. Giving reach to another creature doesn't even matter here. We're just too far behind. Triceratops plus the Menace wins. This isn't enough. Nothing's enough, you know. Just a good game. They had the perfects. Well played. Good job, OP. Very nice, Jay. This frustrated me less than the previous one with Inti. This one, I think even if, you know, even if we were on the play or even if we were on the draw, it doesn't matter. Their deck would have outvalued us, would have taken just the right cards, would have had the right answers. So that was well-deserved, Jay. Well played. That is how a black-red deck should look, by the way. Good beats. I think our deck's good. I mean, obviously we're at 2 losses. We're behind. We have our back up against the wall, but this hand looks okay. I'm going to keep it. It has all the fixing we need with the cave, even if we're a turn late on every play. We are on the play, so we can make up for that difference by being on the play. I'm going to play a white land here. If we top green, we can just go Cutzel. Skip over our 2-drop. Go straight into Axe Draw. If we don't top a green land, we play Pirate into Cutzel into Axe Draw. Yeah. So let's just go with the Pirate now. The fact they ran out their Splunker is pretty nice. I don't mind seeing that. And that's filler as well. Okay. There's a 4-drop. That's probably worth doing. Cutzel at the worst next turn. Or King Collar. Or Hold Open Rock Slide. All of it's good. White, green. Probably want to rock slide that gem guard. Yeah. No discover value this turn. But I mean, I need to rock slide it before it gets out of hand, right? Still attacking for 4. Feels good. Green off the top. We can start maybe double casting a little bit eventually here. Nope. Axe draw is better here. Let's just tap out for axe draw. Hopefully not a land. Good. I'm gonna graveyard that though. We need to draw land. I'm glad that we have a 5/4 to stop their Colossadactyl on the board. We're keeping everything back for double blocking, but I think I'm gonna hold open strike and probably attack into Discover next turn. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm gonna let this hit. We have a good turn here. It's actually really good. We gotta strike this turn though. It's gonna eat up our whole turn, but we get to Discover. Let's do it. Little risky tapping everything, but we hit really well. That's it. 6/6 blocker is what we were looking for. And this is just a blowout. Yeah, what a turn. We could have obviously done this using the axe draw, so it's not like they could have avoided this either way. They have the leap. We lose out. No, they don't. But yeah, I mean, 6/6, your go. Discovering into a 6/6 is so gross. It's a good card. Oh. Getting back Gem Guard instead of scrying 3 can't be right in this situation. They're too far behind. I think the scry would have done better for them. Of course, we're not really doing much better on our end. I think just attacking and going all out and trying to Discover again is really good here. We put that in our hand. Yeah, for after blocks. I mean, getting back our 6/6 is pretty disgusting. They're not going to want to double block the 6/6 anymore. Yeah, it's like game. They're like, no, I'm off it. They can get back their 6/6. We're done. Okay. Pretty nice. Deck's good. 2 unfortunate games so far, but deck's great. 4 wins, as expected. I think it can go all the way up. We'll see how far we get. But I expect us to get 5 or 6 wins minimum here. Another keeper. A little slow. I hate there's only one creature. It makes the favor real awkward, and our opponent's starting with a flyer. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Miss. Good. Come on. Okay. The mana's good. If they get rid of our kin color, we're in trouble. Oh, that's a great draw. Okay. Well, I'm going to lead on the 6/6. If they petrify it, we have Over the Edge to release it, and that'll be a nasty surprise for them. If not, we could just favor it. We could gain 3. Either way. It's so crucial, yeah, and they're just playing a bunch of junk. Let's go. Trample or not. Let's go ahead and lock into the gain 3. They can't have a Whirlwind this turn, but they could kill it on their upkeep during my turn, or during their turn. And so I wouldn't gain the 3, so Just want to gain the 3 now, rather than trampling over for damage. They could have a glyph bridge, getting double white. And they just did exactly what I said they would do. I mean, still 4/4 trample is pretty good. Now we have a way to get white for helping hand. I think I like doing this and just going for it here. That's okay. Even promising vein for a treasure if we want. Thing is, I kind of want double green for the Dreadmaw, right? A little awkward. Green off top is Dreadmaw. Okay. Strike's pretty helpful here. Allows us to keep being able to attack him profitably. For promising vein right now, I lose out on descend value for my scallywag. That's really good too. Okay. I think I'm gonna go get green, or yeah, green's safe. White's risky, but I don't get white if I don't grab it now. I gotta do white. We will get the treasure token, which will allow us to cast the Dreadmaw, so it's good enough. Perfect. Wonder if I let that trade, or should I just staggering size instead of strike? Yeah, this is fine. Push more damage. Seems good. 2 mana, 4 damage through. Sounds good. Dreadmaw, draw a card next turn. 6/6 Trampler. It's gonna be hard to beat. It's not quite good enough. Alright, let's draw a card now. Well, we can, and then we'll trade off our Kincaller and then be able to bring it back next turn for another gain 3. Loses its trample. Of course, we could just not trade off and do the strike. But, I don't mind saving the strike. So, let's go ahead and do the Kincaller, offer the trade. Take it, it's fine. Okay. Like Ret. It's gonna be too slow. 2 decks with them playing that. Is that their splash as well? Not sure that card's worth splashing for. I guess it does redraw your hand potentially, but I don't know. We can always over the top it or over the edge it if it gets problematic. So maybe we'll save that. The board's just not big enough to deal with a 6/6 trample though. They could have Whirlpool. So I'm gonna helping hand maybe pre-combat. Makes the most sense. Gain the 3 life. And there's just no reason not to go for all of it, right? We have strike to protect it. I'm just gonna let this resolve. It's gonna take something extraordinary for us to lose here. Yeah, it's not good enough. Okay. GG. We let this resolve. We'll strike their Siren during our turn. And that's 6 damage right there. Right. Because our Wanderglyph will be a 3 damage. So. It's game. show them we have the over the edge. It's always nice to... I like being able to show the OP what you had. When you play tabletop, you can do that, but a little harder in arena. Five wins. Okay. It's a good start hand. It's fine. It's about what I can expect. Nice top deck. We'll want to do that maybe next turn. And I'm tempted to go get green for Colossadactyl. But maybe just getting white and going for Sunborn's better. We'll get a treasure here. We can get any color we want. And the treasure can be used for the double green. Let's get the white while we can. Seems good. I think I'll trade now. I don't really need to get more descend value. Although, if I do trade, it makes their Tithing Blade better if they have one. So I'm just going to take 2 this turn in order to protect our Sunborn from a Tithing Blade. I think that's reasonable. Most black-red decks are running at least 1 or 2 Tithing Blades, so you can kind of expect it. And they discarded a Snail. So that's kind of interesting. Militia's fine. Torch, okay. Yeah, they're just running a low-to-the-ground artifact. Black-red. So they have Tithing Blade. I need to make sure I protect my big creatures by always having another creature on the board. There's second green anyway. I guess we could double cast. Yeah, we can do that next turn. Let's run up Sunborn. And then next turn we can do Colossadactyl and a creature if we really want to. But big turns coming up either way. They're going to want to remove their Sunborn, and they don't have a lot of threat of activation. Now, if they equip up, kill the Scallywag with the torch, and drop a blade, that'll be a good turn for them. They'll get both creatures, but then we can rebound with Colossadactyl and everything else. That's good, so they're not doing that. All of this is fine. Huh. Okay. I think I'm going to take 4 here. Oh. Okay. Well, maybe they do have a blade still. Makes our double cast a little bit stronger, I think. I don't think there's any reason not to block. I mean, they'd have to use another card out of hand. I think I'm okay with this. That's fine. That's fine. I still think we're way ahead. It would have been nice to keep that treasure. It would have been nice to keep our creature, but I don't think that was bad for us. In fact, just double cast now, and they don't have much going on at this point. Once we get to 7 mana, we win. Seems reasonable. Breeches, come on. There's some 2 good cards they had to follow it up. Luckily, Colossadactyl kind of blocks, although Breeches can tell it can't block. Perfect draw. Okay. Well, we still can't block this turn, but we can block next turn. Our 2/2s kind of keep everything else at bay. This is fine. I'll get 1 attack in here. Taking 3. Taking 4. Okay. No follow-up. There's our 7th land. I wonder if it's best just to attack him with the 6/6 and try and race at this point. Could do 8 damage this turn if we race. It's pretty good. 6 damage is fine. Plus the rummage. That's really good. Okay, that's just what we needed. This came in this turn. It'll get 1/1 counter and we can kill off Breeches now. Just don't know how they win. It was fantastic. I guess I want to throw away the land. Now I'll win the game in short order. Getting rid of my rummager is fine. Put it on the micro tyrant this turn for blocking purposes, and then we'll just switch it over to trample next turn. Yeah. Not quite good enough. We'll gain 3. That'll be nice. Switch it over to trample and then go. It's game. GG. Alright. The deck was okay. Breeches is pretty good. Alright. We're at 6 wins. Good trophy. I like this deck. I think the last deck was trophyable as well, so I think last deck got 5 wins with Saheeli. We're not 6. See if we can trophy. Like I said, I mean, this 4 or 5 color strategy and draft for this format has been extremely open, and taking advantage of it has been a very reasonable strategy to do. It's been very consistent for me, at least. Better. Still slow. Still very slow. I gotta get rid of Dreadmaw, I think. This is not a good 6. Yeah. Well, not the hand I would want to bet trophy stakes on, that's for sure, but it doesn't look good. Tap land's okay to see. But yeah, what I was saying is, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty consistent. And wow. I would kill to have a creature on the board to just be able to explore and hopefully draw lands. Oh, that was a very bad top deck. I think we now just lose. I can't target their raptor. I kind of would if I could. That desperate for land. It could be the game. Them landing their 4th land and their raptor and me whiffing on lands. Any color land, really. I need red or green off the top. Red works. It's safer to rock slide, riskier to Sunborn, but if I can have Sunborn survive for a turn, I can then over the top it. I think we're too far behind, though. I'm going to rock slide the raptor while I can. Hopefully we just draw more land every turn from now on for a little bit. Having the Belligerent eventually is pretty promising, but we just... I don't know. We're so far behind. We might just lose at this point. One more land and that glyph is amazing. We can use it next turn if we need to. Not what I wanted to see. It's not good enough either. Okay. Glyph doesn't really do it. I guess we need to over the edge and hope we get a land. A land and a spell, and then maybe we can glyph after if the land's green. 2 lands. Well, those are colors, and those are our lands. That's fine. Yeah, nice. Yes, I have been a little mana screwed, OP. Get them with staggering size at this point. If they attack in. Okay, I mean, it's not great, but we can still live through this. I guess we need to make them pay and then pump after. I think I'm still going to trade with the kin color if they attack in. Or I guess the Allosaur. They won't attack in with Allosaur. Might with the king color though. They have a braid follow-up. Disgusting. That was the perfects. Yeah. Well, OP kind of had the perfects there with the braid follow-up. Yeah, there's just nothing I can do to stabilize, is there? Extra onto glyph technically does it. If we hit non-land here. Of course we don't. Okay. I guess now we can glyph and kill the king color and then block the Allosaur, but we're still pretty much dead. In 2 turns. Striking next turn. This is just bad. Okay, okay. Hammerskull plus hold open strike. Although I need to strike this turn. They're going to ping me for 2. But striking this turn means we can at least block next turn. Trade Hammerskull for Dreadmaw. Extra blocks small dino. Is that the best I can do? I guess so. If we strike now, they're just going to respond by tapping, so there's no reason to strike. They're going to tap, then we'll strike. And I have to do this because otherwise they just untap and win. So. Unfortunately, leaving the 6/6 there. If they have any strike of their own, they just win here. Can't believe they had a braid to follow up. That was a sick turn. Happens though. Maybe they don't have it. Long wait. They had the bomb anyways. That's game. The 2 damage over is too much. And Tilly on top though. Sick deck. Well, 6 and 3 still very good. No trophy this time, but I mean, that was back-to-back 4-color drafts, and one went 5 wins, this one went 6 wins, so I mean, what can I say? It's a very consistent strategy. Take some signposts, get some base colors, fix your mana just a little bit, and you're there. Play strong cards. Pretty fun. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.